In the cold mirror of a glass, I see the reflection of my past. See the dark shades of what I used to be. See the purple of
Rodney Diffendal, Randy Ferris, and Walter Jones died on a rainy Monday morning, March 15th, in the B Street Tunnel near San Diego City College, where they had sought refuge and shelter from the rain. An impaired motorist vehicle jumped the curb and careened through several tents, killing these three, injuring several others, and traumatizing everyone who witnessed it.
In the Jewish tradition, it's customary when one when it stands to honor those who have died, to seek forgiveness. It's not blessed to know them, and so the forgiveness that I seek is a forgiveness for all of us, for society. It allows for people to live in suffering and peril. I've chosen to read a piece from chapter 15 of the book of Deuteronomy, in which God through Moses promises that there will be no poor amongst you if you live according to the rules of goodness and righteousness. And then a few verses later it acknowledges that poverty and the poor will never cease, and therefore one must open their heart and open their hand, or else God will be very displeased. For the Lord your God will bless you as God has promised. If, however, there is a needy person among you, one of your kinsmen in any of your city gates, do not harden your heart and shut your hand against your needy. Rather, you must open your hand and lend them sufficient for whatever they need. You must be careful, for they will cry out to the Lord against you, and you will incur guilt. Give to them readily and have no regrets when you do so, for in return the Lord your God will bless you in all your efforts and in all your undertakings. For there will never cease to be needy ones in your land, which is why I command you open your hand to the poor and needy.
And I am thankful that I've been invited here to speak on this family gathering about the loss of our three brothers. Yes, it's a family gathering for a loss of our three brothers, and an extension, the loss of and the existence of our brothers and sisters and children who are in the same condition every day. It is our responsibility to take care of these brothers and sisters so they're not in a condition for the harm that we experience right up the street. I say this, that it is a failure. It is a failure on our heart, it is a failure on our soul, and it is an absolute failure on civilization. And to that, I say amen. To that, I say amen. And to that, I say amen.
We all see people experiencing homelessness, suffering on our streets. We see camps. But all too often, I don't think we actually see the sons and daughters, the brothers and sisters, the fathers, the mothers, that represent the people, that are the people. So I want to thank you for coming here so that we can really honor and see Randy, Rodney, and Walter and honor them and have their friends speak.
His name is Walter Jimmy Jones. He was really convinced in his heart that Mr. Trump would indeed serve a second term. So we had a bet between us. The bet, if Mr. Trump won re-election, Walter will receive from me a juicy, fat steak dinner with all the trimmings. But if Joe Biden won, Walter would buy me a broccoli dinner. I'm a vegan, I love broccoli. I can't help it. Walter looked me in the eyes and said, "Regal, enjoy your broccoli dinner." And he handed me a $20 bill. I went to a Chinese restaurant and ordered my broccoli dinner with mixed vegetables and veggie egg rolls. I stuffed my face and filled my stomach with broccoli. no mercy. The meal didn't cost $20. I handed Walter the receipt and change. He asked, "What's this money for?" I answered, "The meal cost less than $20. Here's what's left." Walter was hurting over Donald Trump losing the 2020 election. But through his pain, he kept his promise. He kept his word. Walter's words did not fall to the ground, leaving a plume of dust. He taught me to keep my word. A lot of negative things are being said about the homeless in San Diego. These critics didn't know Walter. These critics didn't know Walter. I know he slept on the sidewalk. I know. But he still was a man of integrity. He kept his word. Even though it hurt him to do it, he did it. Rest in peace, Walter. You, sir, have earned it.
I'm sorry, I'm kind of a loss for words. But I miss him. He didn't show up for our lunch, and I kept trying to call and no answer. And then when I heard that he had passed away, I called his phone and it was shut off. I knew it had to be him. I'm sorry. I'm at a loss for words right now. I already miss him. Bye, Jimmy. I love you.
Anybody else who'd like to speak about Randy or Rodney, if you'd come up and have a stand over here by the side.
My name is Amber. I was homeless about 5 years ago. I have met Randy 9 years ago, and he was like the light of my day. Every time I saw him, I just want to say thank you. I love you, Randy. You will be very, very missed. All right.
I had the honor and privilege of being one of Randy Ferris's friends for the last 10 to 12 years. Randy was from Rhode Island. He was a Marine, Semper Fi, and he served in Vietnam. He had been out here since the 1980s. I don't know if it's because we were the same age, kind of the same size and build, and we have the same first name, but I always felt we had a special connection together. Randy was pretty laid back. I never saw him mad or angry. He was very, very humble. Whenever I saw Randy, he was always serving and caretaking for his disabled friend Tim. Randy watched over Tim and took great care of Tim until Tim's passing a few months ago. I always admired Randy Ferris for how devoted and compassionate he was with Tim. Even though he had plenty of things to complain about, I never heard Randy Ferris complain about anything. To me, he was always smiling, friendly. He was very, very appreciative and thankful and grateful for the meals and services that the Third Avenue Charitable Organization provided for Tim, Randy, and many, many others.